my lovely children. It's yet another week for us to have another lesson in mathematics. We have the 7th lesson in Basic 2 Mathematics. Today, we are going to talk about number operations under numbers. So we still talk about numbers and we still talk about number operations. But today, we are going to do something so different from the addition that we've been doing previously. So by the end of the lesson, you should be able to understand and identify the commutative and the associative property of addition. I'm taking it again. Today, by the end of the lesson, you should be able to understand and identify the commutative and the associative property of addition. And then you should be able to add two-digit numbers with renaming. You should also be able to add two-digit numbers with renaming. Let us go through our keywords for today. We have our first keyword to be commutative. Commutative. Let's spell the word commutative. Commutative. C-O-M-M-U-T-A-T-E. Commutate. So we are spelling the word commutate. Let's take it again. Commutate. C-O-M-M-U-T-A-T-E. Commutate. What does it mean? To regulate or to reverse a direction or something. So we are going to regulate or reverse numbers towards a particular direction to see whether we are going to get the same answer or results. Okay, the next keyword is associate. Associate. Let's spell it. A-S-S-O-C-I-A-T-E. Associate. What does it also mean? To connect with something else. To connect with something else. Either in a bracket or outside a bracket. Good. Then our final keyword is rename. Remember our second objective, I said you should be able to add two-digit numbers in renaming. So what does it mean to rename? Rename means to carry forward. So we are going to carry something forward after adding. Okay, children, what did we do in our previous lesson? What did we do in our previous lesson? We looked at how to add two-digit numbers in the horizontal and the vertical manner. Horizontal means everything or the numbers will be arranged from left to right, and vertical from top to down. We also looked at how to expand numbers in a horizontal manner. So when you add in a horizontal way, you should be able to expand in a horizontal way. You open brackets to expand. Then you group like things. After grouping like things, that is the tens and the ones. After that, you add all the tens, then you add all the ones. Then, naturally, your answer comes in the expanded form after adding the tens and the ones. Good. Today, we are going to talk about the commutative and the associative property of addition. What does it mean? We said commutative means what? To regulate or to reverse something in a certain direction. Okay, so let's have these two numbers on the board to add. Let's say 34 and 24. No, 34 and 22. Okay, 34 and 22. is these are the addends that we are going to add. I'm going to have my equal sign here. If we want to commutate this in a reverse manner, what am I going to do? This time I wouldn't bring 34 first. I'll bring 22. So my addition sentence is going to be, so I have reversed the addends for my addition sentence. In my first addition sentence, I wrote 34 plus 24. In a commutative property of addition, I am going to reverse this the other way. So my 22 is going to be my first number now. And this is what I have done on the board. By so doing, the addends or the numbers have been commutated, or they have been arranged in a commutative manner. Let's see if we add, we can get the same answer. So we are going to add to see whether we are going to get the same sum. Okay, so 34 plus 22. What is going to be the answer? Quickly. It's going to be 56. Okay, now 22 plus 34. You are still going to get the same sum, which is 56. So that means commutative property in addition brings about the same sum. So I can put an equal to sign here, meaning 34 plus 22 will give you 56. And when you put the addends in a reverse manner, 22 plus 34, you will still get 56. Let's try the second example. We are still talking about the commutative property of addition. Okay, so this is our first example. Let's have a second example. Any two-digit number in your mind? Okay, let's have 23 plus any number again? 65. Okay, reverse this addends or this addition sentence in a commutative manner. So what are you going to do? This is equal to 65 plus 23. We have reversed the addition sentence in a commutative manner. This time, the 65 is coming first, plus the 23. Okay, 23 plus 65 will give you what? 88. And when you add 65 plus 23, what do we get on the other side too? 88. Which means that reversing the addends in an addition sentence will not change the sum. And this form of property or this form of addition is known as the commutative form of addition. Very good. Try more examples at home and get used to it. Let's have the associative property of addition. Let's have the associative property of addition. Okay, children, in the associative property of addition, you are going to change the combination of the addition. Changing the combination in a sense that if you have a number like 2 plus 3 plus 5, these are three numbers that you can add to give you the sum. Okay? Alright. We are going to bring in the commutative property of addition in this addition sentence. What am I going to do? I'm going to bring my first 2 here. Then I open a bracket. What is bracket. These two addends or these two numbers are going to be in the bracket. So I'm going to do this. Okay. Now you have one number outside the bracket and you have two numbers in a bracket. What are you going to do? In mathematics, if you have anything in a bracket, any number in a bracket, work out that answer first before you work the outside number. So I'm going to find the sum of these two numbers first. When I get the sum, I will add my sum to the number outside. By so doing, I am connecting the answer in the bracket to the number outside. So I am associating. Hope you are following. Now let's do the addition work. 3 plus 5. What is it going to give you? You are going to get 8. You bring your plus. Now you are going to add your 8 to the 2. This is how it's going to look. So 2 plus 8 is now going to give you 10. So putting any number in a bracket will not affect the what? The sum. It wouldn't affect it because they have a connection to the number outside the bracket. What do you do when you get something like this? Let me take you through the steps once again. First of all, you bring the number here and you put these two numbers in a bracket. After that, you add the numbers in the bracket first. When you get your sum, you add your sum to the number outside the bracket. So after adding the number outside the bracket to the number you got from the bracket, you get your total or the sum. And this is what I have done. This is my final answer, 10. So I have associated my addends. Good. Can we try another example? Let us have another example. So in a sense that when I change the places of these numbers, okay, I'm still going to get 10. So let us try and do something here again. This time, the 2 and the 3 are going to be in a bracket. So I'm going to have this 2 plus 3. Now your 5 is outside the bracket. Let's see whether this is going to associate or is going to get the same answer to be 10. Okay, first of all, you work what is in the bracket first. So this and this is going to give you what? 5. Plus what is outside? 5. Add your 5 to the 5. What is going to be your answer? 10. So you have your 10 to be on the other side. After changing the places of these addends, I still got the same answer to be 10. So addition is associative, addition is commutative. Change the places of addends, you get the same answer. Change the places of the brackets. That means the connectivity will still be there and you will still get the same answer. Good. Let us try another example for you to get used to it. We are trying the associative property of addition. Okay, this is another addition sentence on the board. 6 plus 7 plus 9. Let us try and then bring in the associative property of addition over here. So I'm going to put the 6 and the 7 in a bracket and leave the 9 outside. I'm going to do another associative property at the other side. This time, I'm going to bring the 6 outside. So in the second sentence, you have 6 outside, then the 7 and 9 is in the bracket. Okay, now let's try and add all. First, you add the numbers in the bracket. Do not forget. Okay, bracket first. So 6 plus 7 will give you 13 plus 9. Because whatever you get from the bracket, you add it to whatever is outside. You are connecting or you are associating the numbers. So now 13 plus 9 is going to give you 22. Let's add the other ones at the other side. So you have your 6 outside, you add your numbers in the bracket. So 7 plus 9 or 9 plus 7 will give you 16. So add your 16 to 6 or 6 to 16. What will you get? You still get 22. Hope you understand what we are doing. Okay, children, try and have other examples of numbers written in this form and try to bring in the associative property of addition like what I have done on the board and see whether you can get the same answer like what I have here. Good. Let us move on to our second objectives for the day. Second objective for the day. We are going to add two two-digit numbers in a renaming form. And I said renaming means what? You carry forward. You carry forward. We are going to see how we carry something forward after putting 2 or more things together. Okay, children, I have two two-digit numbers on the board. They have been arranged in a vertical manner. This is number 1, this is number 2. We are going to add by renaming. We add by renaming. That means we are going to carry forward something after adding. Okay, now pay attention and follow what I'm about to do now. So if you try to expand these two numbers, 34, what are you going to have? 30 plus 4. Let's expand 48. 40 plus 8. Okay, let's add these two numbers. Let's put it together and see what we will get. So 8 plus 4 or 4 plus 8 will give you 12. I'm going to write the 12 here, but I want to write it here because that is not going to be my final answer. This 12, we need to do something to it. We need to write something and carry something. If you look at it carefully, the 12 is in 2 digits, which comprises of the 1s and the 10s. You need to write only 1 digit number here and carry the other one forward. So you need to write the 1s because you added 1s. When you add 8 and 4, you get 12. Your 12 is in 10s and 1s. You need to write the 1s and carry the 10s to the other column, which is in the 10s. So the 12 I've written here, this is not going to be the answer. The answer is going to be 2. Carry the tens, which is the ones, to the other side. So when I carry the tens to the tens side, which is 30 plus 40 plus 10, because this 10 is coming to this side, what am I going to get? I am going to get what? 80. Why do I have 80 instead of 70? Because I have carried this tens to the other side, the other column, which is in the tens column. I have renamed. When I added my two numbers, my ones, I had 12. My 12 was in the what? The tens and ones. You don't need to write all the 12 here. You write 2, you carry the tens. And this is what I've done here. So I added the 10 to the 30, making 40. 40 plus 40, making 80. So if you do the same thing here, bring your 1 to this side, which means 10. So you add 1 to your 3, 4. 4 and 4 is 8. So your answer is 82. When you expand 8, this is what you get. 80 plus 2. This is what we call addition with renaming. Renaming means you are carrying something along to the other column. Let us have another example on the board. Look at this arrangement too. 23 plus 84. Sorry, 68. 23 plus 68. Let us add. This time I'm not going to expand. Let's add direct and see what we'll get. So when you add 8 and 3 or 3 and 8, what will you get? 11. 11 is in the what? Tens and ones. So what will you write first? You write 1, which is in the what? The ones, because you added in ones. So you write 1. You carry the other one, which is in the tens column, to the other tens column. This way. So you add your 1 to the 2, making 3. 3 plus 6. What will you get? 9. So your answer is going to be 91. This is what we call addition in the renaming form. This side, I try to expand for you to understand the carrying forward of the tens. This one I didn't expand because I assume you have followed the first example, so you should understand how we carry forward in the next example without expanding. Because we don't need to expand. Our objective is not telling us to expand. I just expand for you to understand the carrying forward process. Good. Shall we try another example? Let's try another example. The last example, of course. Number 3. Let's say 26 plus 17. 26 plus 17. When you add 6 to 7, what do you get? 13. Write it somewhere. 13. You have two digit numbers, the tens and the ones. Which one will you write under the ones? Because you added the ones. The 3, because the 3 is in the ones column. Which one will you carry? The tens, which is 1, to this side. So you write it so that you won't forget. So now you add your 1 to the 2. Whatever you get, you add it to this. Then you get your answer. So 1 plus 2 is what? 3. 3 plus 1. What will you get? 4. So your answer is 43. Okay, children. Hope you have followed to this stage. Try and practice more at home, and you get used to it. I will see you on Zoom for us to have more interactions and more examples to solve for you to understand better. What have we done today? Today we have looked at two properties of addition. What are they? The commutative property of addition and then the associative property of addition. What do we do in the commutative property? We change the places or the order of addings, but we will still get the same answer. In the associative, we try to what? Bring certain numbers in a bracket. And after adding, you realize that we are getting the same answer by connecting the numbers in the bracket to the ones outside. We went on to add two two-digit numbers.
Okay.
So the renaming means to carry forward. So when you add the numbers in the ones and you get a two-digit number, you don't write all the two-digit number under the ones column. What do? You write the ones, then you carry forward the tens to the tens column. Of course, you're not going to leave it there. You will add that number to your addition in the tens column. Good. I would come your way for another lesson. Until then, be good children and be safe. Bye-bye.